Happy Monday, everybody. What's up? Welcome into the latest edition of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me on Twitter at SportsTalkMatt. Each and every single morning we are here on BettingPros.com, wherever you get your audio podcasts, YouTube for the video, and BetMGM with the offer $10 to win $150 on any event with that promo code JUICE150. JUICE150 for new accounts at BetMGM, BetMGM.com, the app for BetMGM. All right, let's talk about the roller coaster here a little bit, okay? So whenever people come at me and say, I'm fading you, I tend to just take it with a grain of salt, and I say, look, if I'm making you money, that is what my job is, to give you what I am betting. You can fade or follow it. I'm giving you information. These picks are free, will always be free. We've been here now for, over 530 consecutive days? And if you've learned anything by watching or listening to this podcast over the last 530 plus days, it's that I go hot and cold. You know, on average, I've been hitting in the year and a half of the Daily Juice about 50.5%. We talked about that, right? So on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week, and really going back to last weekend, I lost on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Okay? Tuesday and Wednesday. Right. I lost every day. Some days were little, some days were small, but I lost every day. Like some was like 0.3, 0.7, but I was losing. Okay? So what happens, right? Do you always run that cold? Well, no. Thursday was 4-0. Saturday was 4-2. And yesterday was 6-1. It's a 14-3 run, okay? So, look, just kind of keep it in mind when you have like, I'm coming at you or I'm fading you. Okay, I hope you did fade my plays this last week before Thursday, because if you faded me over the last Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, you got your clock cleaned. Like, that's just the way that it is. That's why you cannot blindly follow or blindly fade me. You should do what you want. You should take personal responsibility and bet the way that you want to bet. I'm just coming at you and telling you what I'm betting. If you want to fade, okay. You want to follow, great. If I'm right and I make you money, awesome. If I'm wrong and you guys faded me and that made you money, great. All right. But we went 4-0 yesterday on the prop bets, and we went 2-1 on our full unit, and we should have swept because the Seattle Seahawks, I hate Nick Foles. As a Patriot fan, I hate Nick Foles. Now, for me, I had a couple of personal plays that weren't great. I hit nicely on the first half of the Pittsburgh Steelers-KC Chiefs game. That was nice. I had a tiny, small little flyer bet on the Patriots, and then I had I had a Sunday night, Monday night teaser where I gave Washington 15.5 points, and I needed to give them 50, not 15. They got annihilated. So I gave a little back there. But, I mean, overall, winning day, great day on the podcast, and we head to a Monday with a lot of momentum and a lot of excitement. So here's the thing about today. So we were supposed to have 2 bowl games. We have 1. The Boston College game we were eyeballing last night on the podcast, well, that's been canceled due to COVID-19. We have a Monday night game involving 2 teams that are both in control of their own destiny, which is amazing, to make the postseason. The Miami Dolphins have been playing great football, but the New Orleans Saints defense has been outstanding. They just shut out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and now they're playing a much worse quarterback in Tua. And everyone's starting to buy here comes Tua. I'm just not a believer in Tua. I haven't been a believer in Tua for a while. Ian Book is starting at the quarterback spot for the New Orleans Saints. So everyone's on the Dolphins. But I don't know if I can be on the Dolphins. I lean that way. I think it makes sense. The total is 37. 37 in an NFL football game. I don't know what to do with this game. It's unbettable. There's COVID issues. There's injury issues. There's quarterback issues. There's coaching questions. I mean, I like Sean Payton as a better coach. I like Sean Payton at home against Brian Flores. But do I want to put money behind any of this? No. Do I want to bet it live? Yes. I've got two prop bets to give you guys for this game coming up, and they're going to be boring, okay? Real boring. And I'm going to have one play on the bowl game involving Nevada and Western Michigan because a dude I know here who works for a book in town played for Western Michigan, former tight end, and he liked Western Michigan. Remember, no Carson Strong, quarterback for Nevada. I'll give you that pick. I'm trailing his bet. I'm following it because I just don't think it's worth getting heavily involved here. The NHL is canceling more games. The NBA is dealing with all sorts of COVID issues. And we just had a great Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't want to blow it here by going all crazy and get knocked out because of unforeseen circumstances and things that we cannot control, right? So here's where I'm doing today. The bowl game is an early morning kick, okay? It's in Detroit. It's essentially a home game for Western Michigan. They're going to have, for fans that want to go to these games, there's going to be fans there for them to go and watch, to be a part of this game coming up. But if you want to bet this, it's Western Michigan -7 up against Nevada. The game will kick off at 11:27 Eastern Time, 8:27 in the morning. Will Nevada even be awake? Now, you can find this at, I bet 7, but I'm looking at 6.5 right now. So let's just officially go with Western Michigan -6.5. There's Nevada money coming in. I'm only going half a unit here. What's interesting is that FanDuel posted tonight that NCAA football games will not be able to be cashed out during the game. Now, I don't know if that's a computer glitch or they're not playing anymore with this COVID nonsense and whatever may happen. That's an interesting decision. You can't cash out like you normally can. That's FanDuel. But at FanDuel, you get Western Michigan at -6.5. I like that better than 7. My friend laid 7. He's pretty confident that Nevada's going to be asleep, and this game's going to be kind of a blowout here for Western Michigan. Early kickoff. We'll lay the 6.5 points. Western Michigan -6.5 against Nevada here for a half a unit in a bowl game. And again, if you don't want to play this, okay, I don't blame you one bit, but that's where I'm going to be with Western Michigan, Nevada. I'm just taking the team. Nevada without Carson Strong is not the same team by any means. And do they want to be in this bowl game? They've lost their head coach already. I don't know. Just a lot of things going against Nevada here into this bowl game. I'm kind of surprised the line's not higher, but the MAC has been really bad. The MAC's been horrible. It's been a bad bowl season for the Mid-American Conference, but I'll follow my guy here who works for a book who formerly played for Western Michigan for the Broncos. We'll go -6.5 Western Michigan, half a unit against Nevada, early morning 8:30 kick. All right, the only plays I've got on this game, the only thing I can get my brain around, and both these bets are liked by the prop bet cheat sheet, I'm just going to Alvin Kamara over 24.5 receiving yards and Alvin Kamara over 54.5 rushing yards. I don't know what else to do. Ian Book, we don't know what this kid can do. We have no idea. There's no book on this kid yet. No pun intended. We don't know what he's capable of. We don't know how well he knows the offense. We don't know how well he's been coached up by Sean Payton. We don't know how much they trust him. Alvin Kamara is being projected for 35 receiving yards and 62 rushing yards by the prop bet cheat sheet. I'm not betting Ian Book, and I'm not betting any wide receivers because I have no idea who Ian Book could throw to or will he throw to. I just know he'll run screens because screens are easy, and Alvin Kamara potentially can get out on the open and go. Quarter unit, Alvin Kamara over 24.5 receiving yards. Quarter unit, Alvin Kamara over 54.5 rushing yards. That's all I got on the Dolphins and the Saints. I need the Saints to win this game for a variety of reasons, but for my over 9.5 win bet, I need the Saints to win this game. If this number continues to climb, and if this number gets to be like 3.5, 4, and if every single person is on the Dolphins and there's like major lopsided money, I'll bet New Orleans. All right, I'll take the other half a unit and I'll come in and I'll bet New Orleans. But otherwise, if it stays at 2.5 or 3, it'll be an in-game bet for me. And I just don't know how in the world we can handicap this game accurately without having any knowledge of what Ian Book is capable of doing at the quarterback spot. He could be atrocious. He could be great. He could be extremely mobile. He could be picking up first downs. It could be him and Kamara running the football all over the place. Or maybe the Dolphins have this offense clicking and Tua and Devontae Parker go nuts. I am eyeballing potentially Devontae Parker, but again, Devontae Parker receiving yards, I'm a little concerned about the fact that you've got Tua who could be pressured like crazy by this Saints defense. I know you could say big letdown spot. The Saints are coming off that huge win against the Tampa Bay Bucks on the road. But here's the thing. The Saints know that if they win out, they get in. So the Saints have got to win all 3 games, get to 10-7, and then they cannot be kept out of the playoffs if they get to 10-7. So it starts by winning this game at home against Miami. And are you trusting Tua on the road in a hostile environment in a big game? I'm not. No way am I putting money behind that guy to do interceptions, bad throws. I mean, the bad version of Tua on the road could easily show up here. And then New Orleans is right in the game, and it's like a 10-10 football game in the fourth quarter. And whatever quarterback makes the worst mistake loses the game. Book versus Tua. I can't put my brain around betting this, in particular after just coming off of a great 14-3 weekend. I just don't want to throw money away here by guessing. And I think betting on Dolphins and Saints, you're guessing. I don't think anybody can have a solid read and say, this is absolutely what's going to happen. It's going to be a really crazy game. I don't know how. So my only 2 bets on this game, Alvin Kamara, receiving and rushing, both going over, 24.5 receiving, 54.5 rushing. I just expect the Saints to build their whole offense on Alvin Kamara, trying to run and throw and dink and dunk and get Ian Book some comfortable throws. And Kamara is capable of popping one big run and one big catch and run to get both these props home for us. So that's where I'm going. Western Michigan -6.5, half a unit. Alvin Kamara, quarter unit on both of his props. Over receiving, over rushing, 24.5, 54.5 for me, with 1 unit in play for us. Now, I may come in on the Discord channel and add some picks as we get closer to kickoff, or some other things that may come up. COVID issues or whatever may pop up with the Dolphins, or something wacko happens, and then maybe there's value on the Saints. I don't know. But overnight-wise, those are my 3 plays. 1 unit in play for me here coming up on a Monday. It's going to be a wild week. We've got a lot of college football to bet. We've got championship football to bet. Don't go crazy. Don't go spending money, crazily right now and just blow your bankroll for no reason, because we got big games to come, NFL games as well. This is a big betting week. A lot of you are on vacation. A lot of you are going to have some extra time in your hands. So stay calm. Don't have to go crazy on a Monday. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me on Twitter @SportsTalkMatt. Each and every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast. Always being brought to you by BetMGM.